Testing 1, 2. A little bit of a scratchy throat today. Mystery drinking substance here. I can refresh my throat. Some libations, if you will. All the usual players, I see them in the chat. Hello, everybody. Just a couple more minutes, I'm gonna get started. I see J Cosmic Taylor. Great name. Saying oi oi. Beautiful. Play with harmonics, says Pavel. We're going to talk about harmonics today a bit. Today, harmonics and drum programming, maybe, or harmonics and 808. See Francesco Morrissey's here. We'll turn on the starting now scene screen, not the starting scene screen. Yeah, let's do this now. Hello, everybody. I have a little bit of something to drink here because I have a scratchy throat today. Not a good thing, but we'll get through it. Anyway, welcome back. This is 343 TV. We stream, I guess, Fridays and Saturdays and sometimes Tuesdays here at 1 p.m. My name is Abe Duque. Today's show, my show, is Production Basics. I am an instructor at 343 Labs, so if you like what you see today, come and check out 343labs.com and check out our class schedule because we teach you this in a class setting, both in our locations in Berlin and in New York City and also online. I have a class starting up this week, just to let you know. The class is an Ableton Immersive starting on Monday of next week. I believe that's the 7th. And yeah, but anyway, I'm glad to be back. You know that I love this this time with you guys. I see all my favorite people here in the chat. I see Min the Universe here. Min was a student of mine in New York City. I see Todilas here, Pavel, Simple Sam, Martin Crockett. Oh, I can't. I mean, I hope I don't miss anybody's name here. Let's see who else is here. Francesco Maurice. Cosmic J, cool. I love that name. Yeah, we're all here, and let's get started. Today's show, I wanted to talk a little bit about harmonics as they apply to drums, specifically kick drums and 808s. But before that, I guess you hear a little something in the background. And that is my rack going. And I know in the last couple of weeks I've been giving you updates on how my rack is turning out. I have a live set tomorrow to play at City Fox here in New York. It's a big live only event. It's pretty crazy that they do an event with only live acts, electronic live acts. And I'm doing a show tomorrow night, 2 hours actually, playing live for 2 hours straight. And yeah, I got some dub chords, says Francesco. Or Francesco, I don't know how you pronounce your name. Anyway, let's go to my overhead to have a look at. Hopefully, it's working this week. Yeah, this week it's working. That's the final setup now for the live set. This is the. Let me move over here with everything, so that I can maybe talk a little bit about what's going on. So finally, all these devices go. The 808, the TR8. This guy here for some cool chords and stuff, and maybe string pads. This is the circuit. I have a bass bot, TB303, so I could make some bass go. I got the chords here going with this Akimi's Castle, which is a nice FM synthesis, like a DX7 in a box in a module. But I got all my oscillators going with my filters. This is a mixer right here. From here to here, this is a mixer. And I have all the parts here going, including some resonating kind of oscillator over there. And I have more over here. This is another mixer for more stuff that's happening over here. There's like this is swarm oscillator over here. And I have more black VCO and black wavetable VCO and black octosource and filters, 2 of those, the Pico filters. This is my sequencer over here. You can see it running. This is running the CV and gate to all my devices. And here's the heart of really what's going on, the envelope generator. Because with the envelope generator, I can make things open up and close up, as you hear that. Maybe a little bit of drum style. And, I don't want to give it away too much. And on the 19th, I'm actually going to be... Let me go back to my desk. On the 19th, I'm actually going to be performing... Hold on, let me switch back to the main. On the 19th, I'm actually going to be performing for the 343 Live event. For 343 Studio Live event. We're going crazy with this. We're going to be streaming like 2 days straight. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to be doing that. And I'm basically going to play a live set like that. I'm going to play a short live set, maybe 10 minutes or so. And then I'm going to break it down in all its detail and what's going on and everything. Min the Universe says, any New Yorkers want to meet at venue? Oh, Min is coming. Good. Min. I'm happy to see you there. You know where to find me. I'll be in the ambient lounge. Let's lower the music. Pavel says, Abe, between a lot of spaghetti. Yeah, a lot of spaghetti. That took a while. That took a few weeks of like me kind of thinking it through and trying to figure out what I was going to patch together and what devices were going to go first in the rack, and then how it would be patched together, and then what would actually, and you have to build a mock-up of your live set before you go out and try to do it live, because if you don't, you might get something wrong. You want to pretend, you want to kind of play live at home with everything you need, and that you know what to pack and what to bring. But anyway, let's go to what we wanted to do for today. Let's get to what's happening. Oh, by the way, there's a giveaway that we will be giving away, I guess, tomorrow in John Selway's Techno Saturday show, which is what is it? It's a pro sessions of your choice. Pro sessions are master sessions that we do with accomplished artists, and the accomplished artists will come in and just kind of break down their workflow and all it is to make music the way they learned it. If you like to win one of these pro sessions, so that you could be at this pro session, you just have to sign up. I think it should be in the chat. Let's have a look. I think in the chat there should be a link for, and if not, please 343 provide the link for. Oh yeah, I see it there. It's in the chat. This week's giveaway is a free 343 Pro session of your choice. Head to the following link. There it is. So go to that link so you could win that for tomorrow. And yeah, we could have a lot of fun with that. All right, so let's go to what we wanted to do today. So I wanted to talk a little bit about saturation and harmonics. So first of all, you've heard me talk a lot. I mean, if you've been in any one of my classes, whether it be an Ableton class or a mixing and mastering class, or even if you've been watching the stream for a while, you've been hearing me talk about harmonics, and specifically the Harmonics series. And just to kind of quickly, go through it again, the Harmonics series is a series of overtones or sine waves that appear based on a fundamental frequency. This is a thing that happens in nature. It just happens. What it is just multiples of the fundamental frequency. So let me just kind of get this going for you quickly to demo it. So let's get a operator. Operator is really great for doing this, because in operator you could perform FM synthesis, and FM synthesis is an easy way to have a look real quick at the harmonic series. So let's get the Spectrum device in here, and let's play a note. And let's play a lower note. So right now I'm playing a bass sort of note, C1, and it's a sine wave. And the beauty about this operator is it gives you pretty much a pure sine wave. All this stuff you see here, they're just artifacts. But when I perform frequency modulation, which is I'm basically warbling the pitch or modulating the pitch of this carrier here with this operator here, and since it's pitched to the same exact way, meaning the tuning of this operator that I'm going to be using as a modulator is going to be the same pitch or tune. When that happens, you get the natural harmonic series arising, and as you see, you have here the fundamental frequency, the one we started with, that one. See, there it is. But new sine waves, and these little peaks here represent sine waves. New sine waves have started to appear here and give us really a beautiful sound, or a thicker sound, or something more girthy to hold on to. I mean, listen to that versus that. I mean, this is nice and bassy and thick and low, but when you get this going on, there's a little more to grab onto. And if you're working for something like laptop speakers or small speakers, to use a little bit of this is, the truth is, this is saturation already. It is adding harmonics from the harmonic series. Now, albeit, this is in the context of FM, but let's look at saturation in the context of something else. Let's see saturation in the context of, say, something like Ableton's glue compressor. The glue compressor is dropped in there, will give you the same harmonic series that you have, especially when you start driving it. However, the harmonic series doesn't appear the same way as it appeared in FM. What you get here is let me just do a little bit of makeup gain. What you get here is a signature based on the harmonic series, but the first harmonic being the fundamental, the second harmonic is kind of overshadowed by the third harmonic. And what are harmonics? They're just multiples of the fundamental, meaning if the frequency of this one would be 100, the second one would be 200, and the third one would be 300 and 400. So it's like the fundamental times whatever whatever partial we're talking about. So first harmonic, second harmonic, third harmonic, fourth harmonic, fifth harmonic, sixth harmonic, all the way down. And every time, if you get to the sixth harmonic, you multiply 6 times the fundamental frequency, and then you get that frequency. And basically, it's just a math problem or a math game that we play, and we get this beautiful, beautiful set of harmonics that make up a harmonic signature. Now look at that harmonic signature. Let's get another device in here. Let me go to my UAD stuff, some of my fancy plugins. So let's grab, so in Universal Audio, there's plenty that I can grab, but let's see if I don't grab like a Fairchild 670. A Fairchild 670 is a bus compressor that is, well, an amazing bus compressor. But let's see, and let's look at that. I'm going to put it out of the way here so you can see. But look at the harmonic sort of signature that this has, versus, I'll take this one away and put this other one back. This one, you see that this one focuses on these harmonics and this sort of alignment, and then the other one focuses on these harmonics. They're all the same harmonic series, but some of them are more protruded, and they all have a different signature. And when you drive them or get amplitude going in there, yes, math is beautiful, says Simple Sam. You get really different signatures out of this. This is why it was very nice to play with, different vintage devices, because both vintage EQs and compressors are going to give you tons of like stuff that wasn't there before, which is really what you want to be playing with. So let's see. Let me grab something that is a dedicated saturator. So A saturator is a device that is meant to just add gobs of this harmonic signature based on whatever. And in this case, I'm going to grab something called the thermionic culture vulture. It's a cool name. There's also a thermionic culture rooster, I think. But let's drop the culture vulture in there. And this thing is radical. This thing could go off the rails really quickly. But look at that. The signature already different. Add a little drive and you'll see that signature kind of adjusting itself. Okay, you see, all based on the harmonic series that Pythagoras discovered. It has a few modes, so let's switch to a pentode mode. And you see that is a totally different series there, or way of presenting the harmonic series. Let's do the pentode 2. See, again, a different presentation of that. In this case, the second harmonic, which is an octave, is very pronounced versus the rest. Go back to the P1, and now you get a little more of a scaling down, a more even scaling down. There's like a steeper one going on the P2. Let's go back to the triode mode, and that one once again has a totally different presentation than the other ones. And there's also a bias here where you could play with the way that the tube gets fed, and by changing the bias you could totally change the signature of the saturation that this thing is going to give you, which is beautiful. Look at that. Changing the signature of the saturation. Signature of the saturation. Let's try that in the pentode mode, the first P mode. And changing the bias here. And this is adjusting how the tube is being fed the electricity. So we get and now, we can drive the audio in there and get more of an exaggerated version of it, but it's very nice to see that in action. And this is saturation, and all of it is based on the harmonic series. So one of the things that I always tell people is, if you want to get into music, if you want to get into production, if you wanted to get into any of this, the best thing you could do for yourself is, first of all, learn all about the harmonic series, because it impacts everything. It impacts the way that we talk about saturation as we're doing now, but it also impacts the way that we talk about maybe even the scales that we came up with for the Western tempered scale is based off of the harmonic series. So lots to kind of lots of insight that you get when you understand the harmonic series. Anyway, let's move on. Let's try another device. Let's see. Let's leave all these guys here. Let's try another device. Let's go for let's see if we have some. Sound Toys has a really nice saturator that a lot of people love to use, and I love it as well. It's really like, if you wanted like a one-stop shop, a quick one plug-in that'll get you some nice saturation, the Decapitator is the one to kind of play with. So let's talk about that once it comes up. In the meantime, I'll drink my mystery libation. Okay, so here's the Decapitator. So the Decapitator has five modes. I think this is an Ampex tape. I think this is a type of console. This is a Neve channel strip, I believe, and this is from the thermionic culture vulture, the one we were looking at earlier. This is the triode and the pentode mode of the thermionic culture vulture. And let's have a look at what happens when we play with the different types of saturation, running through just the Decapitator. So if you drive it, and you'll see that while you drive it, one of the interesting things about this is that while you're driving this, you're getting lots more kind of dynamic changes. It becomes dynamic in the way that it reacts. And now we're in the right now we're in the pentode mode. Let's go to the triode mode, and you see again immediate switch out on the. And I'll go back, switch out on the way that the harmonics present. Let's go to the Neve. Ooh, you could hear a little more, very, very saturated around here. You could hear extra saturation real quick. You go from that to that. You hear like almost like a buzzing in there, but like a buzzing that's really nice. Like it has a lot of thickness around here. Look at that. See how that just gets all thick around here, and you could hear that. You could hear that coming in. Let's try this EMI, I believe it is. And then again, another signature, and then the Ampex tape, which is tape saturation, again there. So beautiful saturators. But let's put these in action today. Let's get some action going in here. Let's make an 808. Why don't we? So a lot of people like 808s, and a lot of people like distorted 808s. And the distorted 808 is a way to kind of say a very saturated 808, because distortion is just very heavy-handed harmonic distortion or saturation. So it's all kind of in the same wheelhouse. So let's make let's grab a note here. So the most successful note for an 808 is always going to be the G. So this G here does well every time. It's about 50 hertz, and 50 hertz is like that magic frequency. 50 hertz is the frequency that we all need to kind of pay mind to. If you're a drum and bass producer, I think DJ Empress taught me that every drum and bass producer is totally searching for that 50 hertz tone. If you're a trap producer, if you want to make 808s, 50 hertz is just that booming tone that really does everything for us. So let's get a 50 hertz tone going. And let's make a beat. Let's do it in like maybe 87, and let's get a little metronome going. Maybe I play it in. Okay. That'll be enough. And let's just make it 1 bar. So far my 808 is whatever, right? So we have that tone, and I think I didn't play the right note because it's not playing the 50 hertz. And yeah, I played a C. I need to go down to that G below it. There it is. That's that G note that we all need. Let's get a little more volume in here. Okay, so how are we going to make this sound more like an 808? Because so far, I mean, it sounds nice and bassy, but doesn't really have that 808 feel to it yet. Well, that's going to happen with a little bit of pitch envelope. So pitch envelope really helps that action with that punch happening there. And you could really work this work that pitch envelope to get tons of things going on. More of it, more punch, of course. Less of it, no punch at all. Reverse, you get that kind of reverse 808 feeling with that. We can play that with that too. So let's get just a little punch there. Let's go to the envelope here. It's open all the way, so let's get these notes to be a little longer. So let's highlight all of them so that we can get. Okay. Now it's starting to feel more like an 808 to me. Let's take this last one away. So these are not quantized correctly. Let me set up quantizing to happen from the get. And let me quantize these at 16th notes. Okay. So we have a decent enough low end kick 808, sort of. It's very bassy. It's a pure sine wave based lowest. And now I'm gonna start to play with some of these saturators to kind of get that sound that we were talking about. So let's go with the decapitator first and see what we can do with it. So the decapitator is great because it has a mix, dry wet mix that we can play with. We're gonna want to add a little drive to it. Oh yeah, see, now we're starting to get some interesting results here. We're getting, and if we look at the, let's look at it in the spectrum. So looking at it, the harmonic series is in effect as before. Let's turn off the decapitator. It's not in effect. It's kind of like, just kind of plain, and it just sounds bassy. It's good enough for being bassy, but let's turn back the decapitator on. Oh yeah, that feels good. Let's drive it more. Let's see what happens when we drive it more. Let me make sure that it's not too loud, so it's not going to clip in my DAW. So I'll lower it here, and I'll maybe make it louder over here in my output. Let's drive it more. Oh yeah, that's wonderful. Now, when I'm playing around with stuff like this, like distortion, and I'm trying, it's basically a sound design session that I'm involved with right now. What I want to have is already a track ready so that it could resample what I have going on in the other track. So I'm just gonna set this one up ready to go, so when I play, this thing could immediately just grab a snippet of that, so that I can already use that if I think it's cool, and go back and then play with it. So that's a lot of drive in there. Let's go back. Let's play with the dry wet and see how much we can change it, or how much we like versus how much we don't like. I kind of like it completely wet. Let's get this feeling a little bit more like a beat. Let's grab an 808 and put a snare so that it starts to feel like a little bit of an actual beat going on. So there's the 808. Let me get a snare sound here. Where's that snare? I guess that would be that. And let's do that and that, and then let's just play that. All right, let's try a different mode. Let's try the EMI or whatever. I think it's the EMI. Oh, wow, that's totally different. Listen to the difference. That was cool, but this is somehow better. This seems like it would cut through a lot more in the mix. Let's immediately get ready to just grab a snapshot of that, because you never know, we might be using that at one time. Let's try the Neve. Okay, that didn't really work out, but what if I blend it with that low end one? And let's try a little less drive. This is my least favorite so far. There's like a thump. Let's see, add that thump to it. I'm not even gonna bother recording that one. Let's go to now TMP, Thermionic Culture. Ooh, that's clean and nice. Let's get it there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's grab that. Why not, right? And let's try the P mode. Once again, you see how and let's have a look again, just to kind of keep driving this home. This point of how, look at the harmonic series in action here. Once again, I think I could bypass it here. No harmonic series. See, it's just plain and straight through. But the harmonic series in action now. And let's switch from the pentode mode to the triode mode. So a little bit more subtle, this one. This one a little rowdier. Maybe this is a good one to blend in a bit more. I like that. Let's go to let's just quickly grab a snapshot of it and record it. So I'm ending up with a bunch of different 808s here that I'm recording, and we'll see if we like them. We already have them. We don't have to go back. This is something that I always keep going. I always have a channel ready to record whatever I might want to be working on at that moment. By the way, let me just stop for a second and say you're watching 343 TV. My name is Abe Duque. I'm an instructor at 343 Labs. We are a school. We have locations in New York and in Berlin and online. Please come and check out our website, 343labs.com. We have a class. I have a class starting this week in Ableton Immersive. Come on, sign up, take a class with me. That would be great to see you there. Also, we have just to remind you, we have on I believe it's on March 19th, we have the weekend of the streaming weekend. We're going to stream all weekend. This kind of launch event for the 343 studio, which is a new endeavor that we're trying to put together, a new program for you guys. Come and check it out. And once again, there's a giveaway. Don't forget that. There's pro sessions of your choice. You can sign up. The little link is in the chat here. Just grab that, and tomorrow John Selbway will give away that, or announce the winner. He doesn't actually give away that. He actually gets notified. There it is. Michael Black is here. Hi, Abe. Hello. Decapitator is great, says Michael Black. All Sound Toys plugins rule. Yep. And he even put the price in there for it, $4.99. Let's see. Decapitators has a punish button. That's true. Yes, punish. And a bump button. Punish. We can try the punish a little bit. Let's see. Did we play with the punish button at all? Let's get that going on again. Oh yeah. We can now have a great time with this. Let's record that. And I wanted to get a different saturator involved in this as well. So let's get that thermionic culture vulture and see what this one will do for us. So this one can get a little crazy, so I have to back off of it sometimes. But let's turn this on. So is this running yet? Let's see. Believe it's running. Oh yeah, see, this was nice and smooth. You get some nice smooth stuff going on here. Just when you play with the bias. Sorry, I'm clipping here a little. You can adjust really adjust let's do that one there, and let's record that one just quickly, just to have it. I don't want to waste that. Let's try the triode mode. You have to push this one a little more. There's more saturation down here, or more looking at. Always keep an eye here on the Spectrum device. Let's try the Pentel 2 mode. Once again, you could hear it's just slightly different. I kind of like that, but it loses a lot of the low end for me. So one of the things you could do is then maybe take this and put it into a rack and create a chain so that the low part comes through. So that's the original low part, and then just blend these two together to taste. Let's bring this up. That's a pretty usable 808 there. But let's do some other stuff to get it kind of packaged up together. So let's play with the bias. I like that. Oh yeah, that's tight. And let's add some more drive. No, Oh, that's just about what I need right there. But let me grab now an EQ. Now, you want to, when you're doing this, you get some, hey, Nefertiti Gold is here. Hey, Nefertiti, I've been watching your TikTok. I'm always the guy that likes your TikToks. I don't know if you could tell. UAD one sounds really good, says Simple Sam. I don't know which we're referring to. Okay, show the 808 who's boss. That's very funny. Okay, let's grab an EQ. So let's take some of my favorite EQs here. I think I'm gonna go back to the Universal Audio stuff and grab me a 560 API. And these APIs are really good. And the thing about this is that you're going to be able to hone in on frequencies that have something to hold on to. So let's find the frequency. There's some cool stuff there. I think just this frequency here had that nice kind of low mid. And here, ooh, this frequency is nice too. And this one too. And now when I run that into that, I'm gonna maybe look for a compressor. Maybe we'll look for maybe the API. Let's take the API. Let's do the 2500. API 2500 is a really nice compressor. Let's put the attack all the way to slow, the ratio down, and a fast release. And let's work that threshold till we get something going on in here. Okay. And that's tightening it up. So let's see what happens if we take away all these plugins here. Let's put them all together in a bigger group. And that's what we started with. And it's subtle difference, but let's add a little more of this. And record that one. Yeah, Nefertiti says she likes the frequencies that blow car speakers. So let's look how this is doing if we play it across the key. Let's go lower. This is a nice 808. Let's switch out quickly from the Thermionic Culture Vulture to P1. Oh, that's killer. All right, let's start writing some music with this. Maybe let's get some hi-hats involved in here, and we'll write another pattern in here. I'll just use this as a. I'll do the. I'm just looking for some notes to play in here. Out of those, I'm sure something is going to work for us there. Hey, I thought I recorded that in. Oh, I recorded it in the wrong place. Or did I? Let's see. No, I did get that. So let's grab one of these last ones. Let's see what this sounds like. Let's take that one away. And then this one longer. Get some hi-hats going in here. So let's get a closed hi-hat situation here. And let's just duplicate them. Make them short though so I can, yeah, and then duplicate them. And then let's get a little bit of swing going on this. every other one. And then move a little, just a little swung. And then let's switch to a 30-second note grid. Add a couple of 30-second notes here and there. And maybe even a triplet grid, so we could do some fun stuff there. Okay, a little too much going on here. Okay. All right, let's get some other parts involved. Let's get some wavetable stuff happening in here. Let's see. Let's pick a wavetable. Let's see, what do we have here under synths or something. Synth keys. Let's see. How about this one? This is always fun. Dub keys. Whoa, that's a low note. Okay, let's just start playing some notes in here. All right. That's good. 2 bars of that, please. There we go. I am not a trap producer, by the way, or a hip-hop producer by any means, but I'm just having fun with you guys today. I just wanted to, show you how to get some 808 power going. Let's switch out. Let's try another. Let's see if we can't work that 808 into something else. Let's get that Thermionic Culture Vulture to play with us. Pentode 2. Pentode Triode. Oh yeah, that's cool. Now we're cooking. Lower this a little bit. I don't want to clip. I think I'm clipping to you guys. If you guys hear me clipping, tell me to lower it, please. Seems like I am clipping. I'm gonna lower everything a little bit. That might be better, but let me know, guys, in the chat if I am clipping. Let's take a couple of notes out. What happens if I take... A lot of times I like to play games to see what happens if I take a note out here and there. So maybe on that one. That's interesting. I like that. Let's get another part going in here. Let's get this bell thing going on in here. Let's see. Let's get a high bell. Let's lower that. It's a little loud. I'll just play some stuff. Cool. I'll take that last part at the end there. Take just a bar over here. Add a little dub to it. No, a little bit of reverb. these off and then play another part. Whoa, too high. First one was. All right, lots of tomfoolery here. Just having fun with the. Turn off the hi-hats. Just having fun with the 808 and the saturation. So once again, how do we get into this whole game? Well, we were just trying to figure out what's happening with harmonics. And just to kind of rehash the whole thing, harmonic series is basically the fundamentals of all music, if you ask me. Musical scales are based on that. The saturation that you might be using is based on that. And when you saturate something, or drive it into distortion, which is harmonic distortion, you get very nice results that can be, that versus, let's see what it was without anything. That's what we started with, and that's what we ended up with. So in the time we have left, let me try to create I got a snare going on here, but let me try to create a snare just for fun. Create a snare from scratch using maybe another synth. I'm going to grab a analog, throw that in there, and create kind of an analog synth real quick, and maybe try to add some saturation to that to beef it up a bit. So where did it go? Where did my analog go? Well, thought I put it in there, but I guess I didn't. Well, let's try it again. I guess I'll have to put it at the end of everything here. So somehow I got it in there, and it took away my other. That's good because it took away my other, my drum rack. So let's just play some notes here. Sort of take this out of solo and get that going. So first of all, I want a sine wave. That's the kind of first thing you need. Make a. Whoa, I don't know what that was. Whoa, I lost a lot of good stuff. Let's go back. Let's Command Z this until we get our good stuff back. See, are we there yet? Yeah, there we are. Okay, now let's start this again. Let's try to get this analog in there. And let's get a sine wave going. And can I play this? It's a little low. Maybe there. Maybe an octave up. We'll see. But let's just hit that. So what note is that? Let's see. It's probably a little lower than that. It's a C2. So let's take that C2 and put it on the 2 and the 4. So that's that note. Maybe it's a little too low. Let's see, a little higher. All right. Now we'll need a noise wave, and we'll shape that with the. So the noise needs to be a little quieter versus the. There we go. Let's shorten that a little more. So we started to get a snare going there, but let's drop in some saturation. Let's grab the decapitator And let's drive this thing. And I usually just exaggerate. You know, if you know me, if you've taken any classes with me, you know that exaggeration is part of my game. I use exaggeration to know exactly where I'm going with something and what things are happening with it. And in this case, I think this E is much better for me. See if we punish it. Whoa. That's a little too punished, I think. Thump it. It gives it a boost in the low end. All right, we'll do that. Let's add a little compression to it now to kind of tighten it up a bit. Let's take it to the glue compressor. And just tighten it up a bit there. Yeah, there we go. And let's take a EQ that is really good for drums. And a lot of my hip-hop producer friends use this EQ for dealing with drums, so snares and kick drums. And that would be once again, API. It's API day today. Yeah, the 550 API. So let's get that in there. And the cool thing about this 550 is that it has a asymmetrical way of presenting. So it really focuses in on stuff that you might want to get a frequency, because the more you push that frequency, the more the frequency is going to kind of narrow out and become. It's very musical EQ. So let's see what this is what's happening with this versus that. Yeah, so that's making that pop into a snare. Let's add a little reverb in there as well. Let's take that reverb and bring it down, though. Let's not have so much decay on it. And let's kind of work this. So we just have the reverb fill in the holes, basically. Not much more than that. Let's get it going now. Oh yeah, that's nice. See, that's tight. Get that bell again. Let's write another part with the chord thing. Just doodling around there. Just grab it. The last bar, man. That's not bad. Let's do another bell part. A little higher on that. You wouldn't believe what quantize can do for you. Let's grab half a bar, maybe, in this case. Where's those hi-hats that we had before? Oh, they're gone now. I don't like this one now. Let's go back to the original one. But that snare, I'm feeling that. I love the fact that I always have this dub echo ready to go, so I can dub out anything at any given time. Let's see what else we can do to this thing. Let's add a little air. This one of my favorite things to do with kick drums and bass lines to make it cut through in the mix is add air there into it, which sometimes, you think air, well, this one doesn't really have too much down here to work with, doesn't have too many frequencies to work with. But if I were to grab say the Neve 1073, and it might not be so obvious, but it is obvious once you try to mix it into the with everything else. But let's grab the 1073 and drop that in there. Min says, how do you think about using analog style EQ plugins like API versus something like Pro Q3 or EQ? I think they bring more to the table than just EQ. Listen to that. See, it has a little more detail now. I'll take it off. See how it just gave it this weird sort of air detail? That's really nice. See how it's kind of blunt now? And now it has like this breathiness to it. So the Pro Q3 and the EQ8, they're meant to be transparent. They're meant to not add too many harmonics at all. And something like this just goes ham with the harmonics and doesn't even care. Let's see if we can do something in the mid-range with this. Not too much. That's right through the mix now. All right, guys. Something happened in my setup here, and for some reason, lost. Doesn't look like I'm getting. Yeah, here I'm getting sound. Just I guess it's good because we're right at the end of the show, and I don't know what happened. I'm right now. It's picking up through the built-in audio device. My audio interface is dead somehow. Um, I'll have to figure out what went wrong, but I hope you can still hear me. I think you can now because I think I set it up to the built-in audio device. But thank you for tuning in today. I'll fix the problem, I promise, and next week we'll we'll have the show going again just as good as always. So thanks again, and oh, if you like what you've seen here today, maybe hit the like button. Give me a like so that I can brag to my friends. All right. Talk to you guys next week. Bye bye now.